Hey guys, Shane here with One Shift at a Time. How are you doing? It is week 7 in the NFL and we're doing the power rankings again. What a crazy week. There was some very intense games this week. And this week coming up, there's a lot of bias. So we're not going to have as heavy a schedule this weekend, but we're going to have some great football, as I say. Number 10, and making their first appearance on this list since way back in week 1, we have the Tennessee Titans, and they've been playing they've been quietly improving. That they had that big comeback against Seattle a little earlier in the season, and then they had that amazing goal line stand in the fourth quarter against Josh Allen and the Bills, and they held them off the board and did not allow them to get that go-ahead touchdown late in the game, and were able to hold on for that win. They have a game coming up against the Chiefs this week, and I honestly, whoever wins that is going to be the one that's on this power rankings, I think. Barring some big moves from other teams, which is totally possible too. I think that's going to decide who's here with them and the Chiefs, because the Chiefs are not on here again. Number 9, and they're also, this is not an error, this is not a mistake, but the Cincinnati Bengals are on the power rankings. I did not see this one coming. I don't think a lot of people saw this coming. But they had that really good game against the Packers, where if anyone could actually kick a field goal, the game would have been over a long time ago. But they went to overtime against the Packers, which I think the Packers are a very good team. And then they rolled the Titans this week. So they do have a tough one against Lamar and the Ravens. So this could be a one and done that they're on the list. But if they could actually pull off an upset against the Ravens, that could really show us something. Even if they come close, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised, because they were one of the worst teams in the NFL for a long time. So the fact that they're even in the top 10 once in a whole season, I think is a mark of great improvement in Cincinnati. Number 8, and dropping 6 spots like a rock, we have the Chargers. The LA Chargers were absolutely manhandled by Lamar and those Ravens that we were just talking about. They got destroyed. So their offense was absolutely ineffective. Their defense was like Swiss cheese. They just went through them at will. They really need to tighten things up. They have a bye week this week, so they're going to have to address some issues, or they're at risk of dropping right out of here. So they have the Patriots coming up against, which is definitely a winnable game. But the Patriots are playing some good football. I wouldn't look past them. Mac Jones is bringing that team back from what they were last year, where they were totally decimated, a lot quicker than we expected, and they definitely made the right move to move on from Cam Newton there. Number 7, we're going to stick in LA. We got the LA team, the Rams. They've had a couple good wins in a row here, but they're against teams that they were expected to win. We had the Seahawks, which may have been a close game at the beginning, but after Russell Wilson got hurt, I mean, it was pretty obvious they were going to win. Then they also had the Giants, and this week they had the Giants, right? And that's another game they should win. So they don't drop or go up really in the power ranks, kind of stay where they are, because they're winning games that they should. And that's going to happen again this week, as they should really have an easy W as they walk into Detroit and try and take one from the Lions. Number 6, and the Packers, they continue to just move back up the rankings. They were in here the first week, they got destroyed. They're not completely off the list, and they've been slowly working their way back up. I've got a lot of confidence in Aaron Rodgers and crew there. As I said, they own the Bears, as he loved to say after the game. He's like, "I still own you," to the fans. Apparently somebody was fingering him or something, and he just in the spur of the moment said that back. But I mean, that's going to be a soundbite that lives on forever. They're definitely starting to look like a very confident group. But unfortunately, we are starting to run into some injuries on that team. So hopefully that's not an issue. They're going up against the Washington football team this week, and I see them winning this as well. So they may even continue to move up. And number 5, also moving on up, we got the Baltimore Ravens. And as I said, Lamar put on a show there, and he just ate the Chargers, ate them up there for breakfast. It was insane. They're really making a good case for him to be MVP, and I don't see right now. I think Mahomes is out of the running. I think Rodgers is working his way back into it. Of course, Josh Allen's in and out of that conversation. Herbert was in that conversation. Brady's always in that conversation. But I think Wilson's now out of that conversation due to the injury, so this is Lamar's, I think, to lose. Lamar's season as MVP. They should easily roll the Bengals when they come to town. Again, maybe the Bengals surprise us all, but I think even keeping it close is going to be a win for the Bengals. And number 4, another team really hot right now, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. They did have a bit of a battle this week against the Patriots, which I don't think a lot of people saw coming. Again, I'm going to give a lot of that credit to the Patriots and Mac Jones for just playing some good football over there. But I think it's a little scary for Cowboy fans as they needed OT to win that game. They do have an off week this week, another bye week, so they can work on some play and get some much better football. They are going to go against the Minnesota Vikings next week when they come back, and I also think the Minnesota Vikings, their record might not look like it, but they've been playing decent. And again, if it wasn't for just a couple field goals, if they could hit these field goals, their record would be a lot better. I think there's 2 games. I believe they won against Seattle, and then the one last week. They both could have won those games if they would have hit that field goal. I know they did win that other game this week's game in overtime. They got the ball right away and scored, but it didn't need to happen. They didn't need to get there. Number 3, dropping a spot, we have the Buffalo Bills, and wow, they lost that heartbreaker when Josh Allen just couldn't punch it in. It was a 1st and goal. He had 4 opportunities, and he just got stopped by the Titans. I think they should still feel good. I mean, it's not like the Titans are a horrible team. I mean, they should have got that win, though. I definitely think they should have got that win. They're also heading into a bye week, as you can see. That seems to be a bit of a theme. And then when they come back, they're against the Miami Dolphins, so they should really just dominate them and get their confidence back and start rolling again. I do think they're going to make some noise in the playoffs this year. And number 2, edging back up to number 2, slowly and surely, we have your number 2, the reigning and defending Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they're not going anywhere. They had a game against the Eagles, and he still dominated. The Eagles made it close there for a little while, and then Tom Brady just goes down, does Tom Brady things, and this is all being done without Gronk. They look to continue to roll as they have the Chicago Bears coming, and I don't see them losing that one. I mean, it's possible, but I don't see any reason they don't go up 6-1 on the season, and the only team with a better record than that is your number 1, and that is back-to-back weeks at number 1, the Arizona Cardinals. And I can't believe an Arizona team is number 1 in any power rankings, but we are back-to-back weeks with them being there. They did what they had to do against a heavily injured Cleveland Browns team. They pulled off that victory. I don't see what's really going to stop them. I mean, it's unfortunate the Browns are so injured, but I see them winning again this week against the Houston Texans. I don't see why they don't go 7-0, which is absolutely insane. Then next week, they have the Packers. So week 8 against the Packers, I think, is going to be the real test to see if they can go to 8-0. Or to see if the Packers are as good as I think they are. I think the Packers are a damn good football team. So that is really going to be a game to watch, but that's not this week. That's week 8 next week. We're 1/3 through the season, so I hope you guys are all enjoying these videos. If you do, please hit that like and subscribe, share it around, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, guys.